I'm going to be keeping an eye on some stuff here because basically I'm trying it with a higher resolution. Normally I was streaming at 720, now we are at 1080. I'm just seeing how that comes out. That's a dead end, so that probably means there's an item. What do I have in terms of party? Let me see.
Try that on me.
This is probably the Solidarity is, if I had to be honest, Solidarity is probably the paradigm shift you're gonna see me using the most in this entire game. Just because you have access to both, you're gonna have physical attacks as well as magical through your commando. Whoever's your sentinel is taking all the aggro, and your medic is keeping everyone alive. So it's a pretty good one, especially with the fact that I don't remember what level of potions we get. Okay, let's swap Vanille. There are ways later to give people the other command, other paradigm shifts, so you could give like Vanille Commando. It's not worth the investment though. Using Lightning here as an example, I tend to build Lightning with a focus on being a jack of all trades. Well, by that I mean covering both physical and magical damage. Vanille is better with magic. Snow I build as a as a tank. There's another character who I also build as a tank, but they are a different type of tank. But we'll get into that later. Let's see. You know what, I'm going to just wait to do more with the Crystarium, because if we are to do the Crystarium after every battle, we're not gonna be leaving for a while. Okay, let's see. Gonna need all the material we can. Gonna go into that later. You can sell the material, like the monster stuff, for Gil if you do need it.
This just might work. Magic may be cursed, but it makes us stronger, doesn't it? What's to stop us from putting it to good use?
I wonder what happened to everyone else.
We fight it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're L'Cie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense!
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze! Place your hands behind your heads! You fall off the purge train?
Maybe.
Or are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Freeze!
I love lightning. I forget this. Oh yeah, no, this is this is just normal commands.
Try that on me.
Yeah, if you press triangle or Y, you can skip the command execution being full.
Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Yeah, but SciComm's an anti-pulse task force. They haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier has got more training than special forces.
Yep.
Nothing for us LaCie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but SciComm's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao!
Hey, wait! What's a man to do?
Love a little chocobo. And meanwhile, Lightning's just frustrated about the whole situation. And no, I can't blame her.
Back off!
I would recommend getting used to both manually inputting your commands. Get used to manually inputting them. Don't just rely on the auto battle. Especially late game, because early game, my usual suggestion is use if you're not sure if AoE is a good choice, use the auto battle to see if it recommends it. Though, especially for Sentinel, you're going to want to not rely on auto battle, because if I remember correctly, Sentinel has this weird habit of constantly spamming provoke. And, well, while it is useful, you don't need to use provoke all the time.
way.
Back off!
Just stay out of my way.
Let's see. Okay, we're at a point. I think it's time to boost some levels a little bit. Okay, that's all I can do for that one. His Ravager tree is maxed. I forget Snow has so few in his first level. What about Vanille? And then those two I'll just let hoard their points for right now.
That doesn't look good.
Okay, now that dead ends.
Stay sharp.
So the only use right now we have for the attack points is Libra, which is a spell for scanning. It'll tell us an enemy's HP, and I believe, I forget if it's all or some in this game. It gives us an idea of their weaknesses. Like, that's the, which, do not forget that Libra exists. It is very useful.
Thanks. Thanks.
Because, if you don't know an enemy's weaknesses and they say they... Okay, so say an enemy is going to absorb an element, so say you're fighting a bomb that absorbs fire, then, but you don't know, you know it absorbs fire, but the game doesn't, you only use auto battle, then the game is going to keep experimenting, and well, it has a nasty habit of, I'm gonna say something. I forgot the doctor's code is an item to improve potions. That's useful later. But so the game will just experiment with every element until it learns if it's a weakness or negative or an absorption. when you get to higher levels and you're using high level spells, this is very detrimental. I'm gonna give this to Vanille. Oh yeah, I forgot its definition of offense is focused on physical DPS.
Weird, isn't it? All the messed up ways to meet. I might as well make introductions. I'm Snow Villiers. Short stuff?
Hope Estime.
What about her?
Bodum Security Regiment. She goes by Lightning. Last name's Farron. First, anybody's guess.
O'Neill.
Saz, Catsroy. Good to meet you.
I forgot no one knows Lightning's real name.
It's not right. Why kids have to get dragged into this?
I'll keep the kids out of trouble.
Problem with that is, you're one of them.
Hey,
Trying to take on the post-foul C. That was our first mistake. We should have left it to the Sanctum. Why not? I mean, we've counted on the Sanctum's foul C for food, water, everything we've needed since the time we were born.
but you still helped us do it. Why's that? Gotta be something.
There might have been. Not so sure anymore.
Survivors.
Try that on me.
I'll say this now, combat gets a lot more complex the more, the further you go and the more paradigms you get, the more complex combat gets. Especially once you start having to worry about debuffs and buffs.
I'll sweat it. I'll take care of this.
Because with where we are right now, we don't really have to worry about debuffs and buffs. They just kind of... Well, actually, they're just not a thing right now because we don't have that paradigm available on the party.
Back off!
Debuffs aren't available for a while, if I remember correctly. I forget if any of our current cast gets it. Say this now, outside of catching characters up, I don't really buy much from the shops. I mostly... We'll get into later where most of my equipment comes from. Of course, I end up buying potions and items like that. But we'll get into that later.
Sarah.
Sarah! Sarah. I'll get you out of there. Thanks.
Don't even ask, they just start helping.
This is goodbye.
Lightning! You're just gonna leave her?
SciComm will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead. You think Sarah'd want that? You think you know how she feels?
If I leave her, then I'll never know. It'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll protect Sarah. And Cocoon.
Does she look protected to you?
I can save her!
What can you possibly do?
Whatever it takes!
Where's Saza's just getting caught in the middle of this?
Ooh, me. You two are hopeless. You just can't admit it. You want to stay as much as he does. Huh? Whoa, whoa. No, no! No, 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 not now! Stand back!
I've already talked about the paradigm system in length, so yeah. This is about the stagger system, which I've talked about in length. Use Ravager to fill it up quickly, and Commander to slow down its degradation. Slow it down. Okay, let's see. Libra. Let's see what we're dealing with. Weak to lightning and water, and no other resistances. 160% for the stagger count. Chain resistance of 50, immune to stop, and poison. Once Vanille gets everyone healed up, I'm going to switch over to Mystic Tower. Relentless Assault. Switch to Solidarity so Vanille can start healing Snow up. This is where swapping between your paradigm shifts is really gonna start becoming important. Bosses. Okay, let's go with Mystic Power. Not letting it get that off. I didn't mean to do that. I'm at solidarity.
Stay sharp.
Better to have lightning as your Ravager here, just because she naturally has thunder, and it has a weakness to thunder. There we go. Outside of a little hiccup, handled pretty well. Oh yeah, I forgot enemies don't drop gil in this game.
You're leaving?
We want to help Sarah too. But without tools, we could be digging for days. The army's on our trail. So for now, we gotta keep moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus? What happened to banding together and saving the world? Isn't that what you promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here? Snow, you're nothing but talk.
Lightning! I'll do whatever it takes. I'll finish this focus and keep Sarah safe. That's my promise.
Great job so far.
Stay out of trouble.
You too.
Everything she's saying to Snow, she's also saying to herself. Because she blames herself for Sarah. But it's easier to... Well, it's easier for her to blame Snow. Because, like, all of his talk.
Okay.
Snow.
Save it for next time, kiddo. You'll get left behind.
But...
It's okay, Hope. Light'll take care of you. We'll meet again.
yeah. Count on it.
Yeah, there's a bit of a dynamic between these two we'll talk about later. I mean, we already know that Hope blames Snow.
I'll get you out of there.
Count on it.
So now we're in a little bit of a... Okay, it's going to be a pretty much an attempt Because of the current paradigms we have, we're in some trouble. Since we only really have access to Ravager, Medic, and Commander now. So this is going to put us at a little bit of a rough spot.
I'm not happy about leaving the kid on his own, but we gotta keep moving.
Maybe we shouldn't have left him on his own.
So all we can do is pray.
I still haven't decided if we're going to cover the other games in the 13 trilogy. I'm waiting to see what the general reception to 13-1 is. If people are interested, I'll cover the other games. Just because they're all long and... like, I've already got one long series right now with the fact that we still haven't finished SRT. Let's see, I'm gonna create a couple more paradigms. Let's see. No, I want her and Ravager. With the Tri-Disaster paradigm. Ravager and Medic for Thaumaturgy. That's really all I could do with the paradigms we have.
Hope Snow's okay.
A lot of enemies, if I remember correctly, are very weak to magic early on in the game. We saw a similar thing in Final Fantasy VI. Though this time it works even more in our favor since this game doesn't have an MP bar.
Okay, do not shake the slippery tube. We cool on this? Do not shake the slippery tube.
Aw, I wish it would play a little more.
Gil. And finally, a new set of guns for Saz. And let's also get you a Magician's Mark. So with the fact, though, also that there is the strike versions of the different elements, it does pay to actually... because, like, there's actually a physical magic caster and a, and a magic caster. Builds in this game get a little weird. Every character fills different roles based on the stats you give them. As well as just the roles they have access to. There's a...
It's only scary if you
it's
look down.
something I do
Close your eyes.
like about 13. I like that there's a little bit of depth to combat. And even then, like, because of the way that the characters work, for example, Lightning is the only one who has Thunder Magic right now, and Salza's the only one with Fire, Snow's the only one who had Blizzard, and Vanille has Arrow. So even their types of magic is unique to the character. That's also why, if you remember, during the beginning segment when we were playing as Vanille, she didn't have access to Blitz. She only had the attack command. Because she doesn't have the commando style. Snow's was just hand grenade, but I believe if we were to play as him now, I think it is...
Never get past this if you don't say something.
If you were to check Snow's now, he'd have Blitz instead of, hand grenade. Does he get Runaga? Yeah. If I remember correctly, this game's magic system in terms of the tiers doesn't go to... I think it's just Fyra, and I think the difference is not damage, but AoE. I forget, though, it has been a while. Fangs and... what the fuck is that symbol?
Looks operational.
Okay, that's just interaction. Yeah, this is a big encounter, so definitely time to use this. If I remember correctly, a lot of the early game we're pretty much going to be spending in Relentless Assault. I already have enough saves. And I trust myself a little bit more with this run not to get myself... Oh, shit! It's a Final Fantasy XIV boss again. Okay, this is just going to talk about Libra. Jed, let's scan you really quick just so I can see your weaknesses. Water and fire. I'm kind of wishing I... can I... Let me see, is this gonna put me before the fight or at the start of the fight? Before, okay. I'm not gonna do that often, only if I feel like we're at a point where we're at a standstill. But I'm doing it this time just to show how Libra can affect a little bit about how the... I don't know if it'll actually affect it. It's kind of hard to show when I don't have control of the characters. Libra.
Just stay out of my way.
Back to relentless assault. If I remember correctly, the higher the stagger gauge, the more damage you deal. So enemies that have a naturally higher stagger gauge, they're going to receive a lot more damage when you fill that thing up. Which is kind of what part of the combat's going to be towards the end. It's just getting that stagger gauge filled up.
Primarch must be sweating bullets, mobilizing ships like that.
Libra Scope is an item version of Libra, so you don't have to use any technical points to use it.
Sweep team, form ranks.
They must be hunting down Purge survivors.
I hope everyone made it out okay.
So do I. But nowhere is safe for them now. Damn it. Just cause they shared a neighborhood with a foul sea. They get treated like post-tainted rats.
People really hate Pulse, don't they?
Not hate,
They're afraid.
like fear. Tens of millions of people, all scared of Pulse boogeymen. They'd be shaking in their beds every night if they knew that Lassie like us were around.
But they purged that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Fal'Cie did nothing to stop it. Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors in judgment. Guess humans aren't worth the effort. Figure they'll let us just kill each other off.
Lassie are not human.
Listen, you, that's enough. still alive. That's something.
What?
Where is it? I don't know.
There! They're sealing off the area. They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
Let's see, do you turn around? No, that guy doesn't turn around, so no matter what, I think... Yeah, there's a lot of fights without the shrouds, you won't be able to get a preemptive strike. So don't worry about the preemptive strikes too much. Once I actually start needing to worry about hope, I'm gonna have a lot of points to play around with. Is that majority of these first, actually, I'd like to say it's the first few chapters of the game, you're pretty much just, don't worry too much about the paradigms you have set up, because you're gonna have a rotating cast for a little bit. Once your parties are more locked in place, then worry about what you're building. One thing 13 has going for it, I will say though, is because of the fact levels are determined by the crystals and how much you've got to invest in them. If I remember correctly, it is a party total for the points. So say right now, Snow will still have the same amount of points to mess around with as Lightning. Or at least if I remember correctly. I do not believe it like lowers the amount a character gets if they're not in the party. Because here's the thing, it's a little bit hard to remember some of the gimmicks between the three games, especially because 13.1 is the only one with a large rotating cast. 13.2 has a rotating party member, not a cast. Oh, that's I think where I'm supposed to go. Some more items.
Oh, how high is this thing? I don't think I'm gonna make it. You really have to go this way? I'm too old for this. Years catching up with you.
One thing I actually haven't talked about actually with the preemptive strikes, they also fill the stagger gauge.
Stay sharp.
For the diversity, let me heal up the party a little bit. It's we have some more points to play around with. Gonna invest a little bit more in Lightning's Ravager tree. Ah, dang. I was hoping I'd get water, but I can live without it. If there's anything I could recommend, try to get the characters... unless there's an ability you want on the side paths, like, for example, here, getting Saza Arrow. Try to reach the center of the grids as much as possible. I'll go into why later, but it is very important to reach the center of the different crystal shards.
This whole place is crystal.
I wonder what it'd be like to become a crystal, I mean.
You're gonna complete your focus?
Maybe. If I knew what it was. I probably don't want to know.
Hey, Lightning. Did Sarah say anything to you about her focus?
Nothing.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Oh.
I forget if they go into what Sarah's focus actually was. Snow is like adamant that he knows what it is. But we don't know. I have an idea of where I would like to get with this stream in terms of, like, story progress. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It all depends on how well I handle these battles. I'm still operating within a time frame, since, unfortunately, I can't devote all my time to streaming. Case of claws. We're going for a rematch.
What's that? I think I recognize it.
Get a preemptive strike and have all the shit going. Let's do this!
Stay sharp.
Another 37 points. I just want to make sure. I think it's just the one. Yeah. Because as of right now, items are very... Picking up the treasure chest is very important just because I don't have a good source of gil yet, and I would like to retain as many of these items as I can. I avoid selling as many of the material, like these claws and everything, as you can, because you're going to need them. Good, good. Preemptive strike. I guess while we're still going, I should talk about the difference in the types of magic. So, as I've mentioned, the Ravager class is all about building up the stagger gauge. To explain what I mean, elemental magic builds up the stagger gauge much faster than non-elemental. That's why Ruin is part of the commando tree. This will help prevent... I like this distinction because with Ruin, it helps say you're fighting an enemy who is immune to all the elements a character covers. So say we are, again, using the example of a bomb, which usually tends to absorb fire. Saza, in his standard kit, would not be able to do anything since he only has fire and arrow. And if you didn't invest say we were to fight a bomb right now before Salza has an arrow, then he'd be worthless. Thanks to... actually, it's a... I'm about this example, because like, I'm talking about the physical one. Say an enemy is immune to physical, then Ruin will be able to help them, and immune to magic, Ruin... attack. Like this guy, he's resistant to physical, so the auto battle is casting more Ruin. I'm tired. Ugh. Spark Ring, which is, I believe, only useful on Lightning right now, since she's the only one with access to Thunder Magic. Let's see. Brad had the same problem as Saz that we hit with Snow, and that is he's about to max out his tree. Granted, even if you max out your current levels, it doesn't mean that collecting points is worthless, because if you can't venture a guess by the fact that they're all only level 1, the trees will expand as you progress through the game.
Hey, hey! It looks like we can get through here.
I'm gonna check out what's over here. Because if I'm correct in my area, I think that... yeah, that's a shortcut. We want to take the long way just for points and for items.
We're about to get ourselves overrun.
What are you doing, dog? I've got no other use for the points right now. I might as well give you a scan. Let's see. Oh! Fuck. I think it's enough for us to max out Saz's crystal. Yep. No, it's not maxed yet. I still gotta get some of the side paths. So you need 75. Might as well wait. Lightning, I think I could get water now. I'm not sure it has water. What am I thinking? Let's see.
Somebody must have called for reinforcements.
Yeah, they're definitely taking more from the magic than from lightning's attacks. For small enemies like that, breaking the stagger gauge isn't really that big of a deal. It's for like the big enemies, like the bosses we fought with Behemoth. Item, Phoenix down.
I can't stop now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I legitimately forgot. It's if the main character goes down, the PC goes down, you're done. Okay, let's switch to diversity for this fight just because of the sheer number.
I appreciate it.
There really isn't much to say about these early fights, since it really is just kind of a beatdown. Though if you're not careful, you could, as you saw, you could still get overwhelmed in some of the larger fights. As long as you're on top of investing your points, you should be fine.
We just move around and make things easier on ourselves. Don't you think we ought to be heading this way?
He's right. I'm gonna loop around so that way I can get behind the enemy and jump him. Did all that and I still had to fight them anyway. Yeah, it's right about getting the party healed up for a little bit. So if I remember correctly, Cure versus Potions. Yeah, Cure is a little bit better because it only uses ATB gauge. It doesn't use any items, but it only hits single targets versus Potion hitting multiple characters at once. And switch to Try Disaster.
Things making the hairs on my neck stand up.
You gotta stop worrying, Sass.
There's a save point, a free chest, and it's a Phoenix down. I think everyone can guess what's coming up.
We outran him. We'll be okay now.
Yeah, everything else that I have has another use, so we'll keep it for now.
Stay close.
I want to look around.
Neil.
Open up with a lever scope, get some information on what we're fighting. It's the Garuda class interceptor, which is also a reference to actually older Final Fantasy. Garuda tends to be an airborne summon, specifically associated with the arrow spell line, which is weird because this thing's weak to arrow. So it's a good idea to have Saz also have access to arrow. Because as you can see, because I went the longer ways, I fought all the enemies. We're pretty overpowered for this fight.
It's charging up.
Charging? What are you talking about? Charging for what?
Its last moments.
So now it has a barrier. If I remember correctly, the barrier casts... Yeah, I think it's Shell. Physical and magic resistance low when staggered and employs lightning-based attacks. Switch to diversity, we're gonna need to heal up. And now that the barrier is gone, like that's how a lot of these fights will be going. It's as soon as they'll have like protections, but as soon as the barriers are gone, we can... Oh, okay, get up with the sound. We can basically wear them down. But now, since we defeated a boss, the Crucerium has been expanded. Saz now has access to Synergist, and Vanille has access to Saboteur. Synergist is applying buffs, as I mentioned before. Saboteur was the missing role. Saboteur is all about debuffs. So it's kind of like D-Shell, D-Protect, that kind of stuff.
Check it out.
I forget if it has what other ones are in that tree.
Hop to it, let's go.
Weird bird.
This'll make things easier.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't get your hopes up.
Swing kick to base. The C spot. I repeat, the C spot. Pulse the C. Confirmed.
You gonna lend me a hand or what?
I think the answer is or what?
Clean up. Let me help.
So here's our time playing as Snow by himself. Oh no, Snow doesn't even get access to Blitz. Oh, shit. His hand grenades replaced with Ruin. Yeah, there's not really much you can do with a one-man party, and the fact that it's Snow without, ooh, glowing blue.
What's he doing? Watch yourself! Stay alert!
So, welcome to an Eidolon battle. So, Eidolon battles are unique. So you have a timer. You have to fill up that gauge before the timer hits 0. Basically, the gauge is the stagger gauge. Yep. And they will always start the fight off with Dune. I didn't mean to do that, Ravager. Oh, fuck. I'm wasting time. As you see though, you will not die during this fight. As they are dealing damage, it is just to slow you down. Nyx here will fight you, but the other one will constantly cast Kiraga. Despite what it said, pretty much during this whole first round, it is just attack. If I remember correctly. If I fail this first one, I'm going to watch the tutorial on how to do these. There's only so many of them in the game, and I don't remember exactly how they work. know what? Oh. Switch back to commando. There it is. Once the gauge is high enough, just stealth mode. And with that, we've obtained Shiva. And Snow has also gained an ATB gauge segment.
The twin sisters. I gotta hand it to you for taking them down. But don't gloat just yet. Might come a time you wish you'd let them end it. And made things easy.
More of you, huh?
He's a Lassie. Take him.
Back off.
You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
Bring her this way! Careful now! Come on!
Sarah.
I mean, at the very least, they're not dragging him off in chains.
Shut it!
Stand down.
What the fuck's with her mark?
You two. Why are you helping them?
If I were you, I'd worry about myself.
Yeah, her mark is completely different from any of us. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we dealt with Shiva before or after Lightnings.
Give me that! What?
Did we get him?
We got one of them. They're still behind us!
Yeah, I forget the exact order of which we deal with all the others. The only two I remember is is like the early ones.
You wanna die?
How are you gonna lose them?
You got me, kid.
Then let me.
No, thank you.
He's a better pilot.
They're still on us? We're taking hits. Come on, give me a break. Hang on. For the love of all that's good. Huh? Oh.
Next, an update on the status of the Purge. Just moments ago, the Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the Purge, along with the safe arrival of the Cocoon migrants to their new homes on Pulse.
Yes,
That is correct. There's no denying the enormity of the strain the Purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Daisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the War of Transgression, Cocoon has been spared pulse aggression and prospered for it. It is essential that we maintain this peace. That is the Sanctum's focus. We will continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
He's too old for this shit.
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-Chief.
According to our Insta
Just
poll,
another
nearly
tool
90%
of the
of the
fal'Cie.
Cocoon citizens agree with the Sanctum's handling of the Purge. 70% of respondents said they would also support additional purges were the need to arise.
Let's purge everybody. That'll fix it. Oh, hey. Points for perseverance. A Sanctum fal'Cie up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
I like this fal'Cie.
There's more of them!
Now that got them finally. Shame too, Saz is I should mention, he's a really good pilot. Any landing you can walk away from.
Hey.
Hey, wake up! You gotta wake up! Look!
That lightning's got this, don't worry.
Hey, slow down!
Ready!
Gotta keep you kids safe, right?
Glad that's over.
Man, I'm beat. What? No break?
Not
They're tracking us.
I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Say what you might, she's right. They can't stop and take a breath right now. If they do, they will die.
I think
I'd stick with her if I were you.
Later then.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That Seath clock, it's still a ticket.
There's still time. You give up too easy, old man.
I'm not giving up. There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can be fugitives together. Oh. You ready?
Ready!
Oh. Hey.
Oh, the party has shifted again. Now we have Zaza and Vanille. We've also, as you can see, have a lot of points to work with. So, first things first, now that we have access to a new set of trees, I should talk about this. You can invest and reach level 2 finally. I'm instead going to invest a little bit more into the Synergist tree. Mostly just, I'm going to invest into their new trees just so I can get the support skills and everything developed. Keep in mind, the cost, if I remember correctly, does not go up to invest in a tree, so if you decide to avoid the trees and instead choose to keep focusing on the Ravager tree, you... oh shit.
End of the road.
But at least it's not the end of the line.
Yeah, I believe this is how... So here's another flashback to this day. Let's see how other people got involved.
I think a big one's coming.
They didn't disappoint this year.
You look dreamy, Farron. Wishing on fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier? Ah.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir...
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
Yeah. More incident than accident. Something pulse-related.
You're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant.
You're past due for a promotion, Farron. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
That last
The
one.
SciComm business, you mean?
Yeah, nothing good'll come of it. Nothing but grief. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, whoa, ho!
How right you were, Lieutenant. Just you?
For now, I guess. Should we wait?
They'll catch up, eventually.
So yeah, this is the primer on the synergist roll. I've already talked about it. Hope has Protect, which will raise defense, and you can develop into Shell. So let's quickly go dip into the trees and see what we got. Okay, there we go. You only can learn Cure right now, and he's got nothing from the tier 2 medic tree. Let's see what we can do with lightning now that her trees have expanded. I believe this one. Okay, she's got a new ability. Can't really do anything with that yet. I want Spark Strike just because I want her to start being able to inflict. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what paradigms it's given me. Commando Ravager, Commando Synergist, Commando Medic, and Dual Ravager. Yeah, no, I think that's a good spirit. I mean, a good paradigm deck for now. We have access to Up in Arms, which is going to allow us to pick up any weapons we miss.
Stay sharp.
A lot of this right now is going to be us swapping between the Super Soldier paradigm and Slash and Burn. Hope gives more defense, where Saza has definitely more focus on boosting attack. Both get eventually develop into each other's trees, but one just gets it earlier than the other. I forget if you get the other spell elements. Once Protect is up, War and Peace.
Stay sharp.
Saboteur and Synergist are probably two of the more important paradigms you're going to pick up. Or roles you're going to pick up. Just because of the fact they have the buffs and debuffs. And late game, that becomes very important. I believe as you go down their trees, I believe there are party-wide variants of the protection spells.
Stay sharp.
Probably just switch Super Soldier to my starting paradigm. Switch over to War and Peace, so that way. Stand up.
Stay sharp.
Back to One Piece so we can heal Hope up. Weak to, yeah, okay, trying to make sure they were weak to lightning. Well, the thunder. The other thing that I've noticed about the auto battle, it doesn't take into account, the stats that well, because for Lightning, with the fact that I've had Lightning focusing more on her physical attack, it should be prioritizing Spark Strike over, say, Water, but you notice there was still putting more water into the deck than Spark Strike. Meet the Pulsework Soldier, another enemy that gets reused a lot by the Final Fantasy XIV team.
Stay sharp.
It is... I know it is in the Bahamut raid, in a couple of the Stormblood dungeons, and in a Shadowbringer dungeon. While it's not in an Endwalker dungeon, there's still more 13 stuff in Endwalker. I'm sorry to keep bringing up Final Fantasy XIV with this, but it's interesting to me that, like, despite, like, everyone seemed to have, like, this mixed thoughts on this game, Square Enix, in particular, that the 14 teams just, like, fuck it, reuse the models. They're good models, though. This is another enemy with high defense, but if you, once you stagger it, it's pretty easy. That's pretty much going to be this whole area. The enemies have really high stats, and it's all about staggering them.
Dead end. Guess we have to go back. Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is split into two arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as SciComm, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Join the end of the line! Attention, Purge deportees. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Halt! Do not leave your lines! This is for your own safety!
They were taking personal belongings. Why did Lightning have her gun sword?
What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
There's Saz.
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
He's like, Rocket, you got my attention.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning! She left me.
One, two, three. Ah, we go.
What are you up to? Hey! Wait up! Can't keep up with this girl.
I already talked about his version of the synergist role. Yeah, basically, some of the enemies don't agree. For example, Pulse and Cocoon, which you can see right here. This will allow you to get easy preemptive strikes. Which you're really going to need here since we don't have access to the commander role, meaning that you are not filling up that stagger gauge without a lot of work. I might as well just there's no reason to cast
We got this, Vanille.
Bravery since neither of them have a physical attack, so might as well just hit it with magical. Don't waste time in skills you don't need, because especially with Thaz only having Faith and Bravery, which are tier 2 skills. Oh, sorry, stretching. Let's see, I believe I have all of his stuff from that roll, right? What ability am I missing? Oh yeah, Vigilance, which is... I believe this is just a passive. I don't think it's a cast. And then Overwhelm.
Never seen a rig like this before. Here we go. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I knew that would happen.
Here! Leave it to me!
And then apply Faith on myself and then switch dual casting.
Atta girl! Follow the old man's lead.
we go. Now the shelled one, that's all I needed. Or not. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's only a chance for it to actually hit. There we go. Once de-shell, because not only does de-shell make them take more damage, it also dramatically increases the stagger gauge buildup. I'm smart. So first off, customize, start that. Ravager, Saboteur. I want to be able to cycle between the two so that way I'm still always dealing damage. Okay, I'm gonna want Vanille to start casting the shell on everything that she can. Switch over to Yin Yang. And back to dual casting. Or not.
We got this, Vanille.
I hate not having a commander deck, and I also hate not having, a lot of this early game kind of sucks for this very reason. Now, it does promote creativity on your part.
Wisdom does come with age.
Let's grab this item. Black Belt, which I believe is useless for these two because I believe... No, it's a resist physical.
This should do it. Huh?
Piece of cake.
Okay, looking at this encounter, I'm gonna want to side with Pulse before I side with Cocoon. essentially, for this little bit, you're gonna want to use the pulse soldiers as, or vice versa, as your commando class. Okay, boost Vanille's magic. Boost Saz, and switch to dual casting.
Did you see that coming? Follow the old man's lead.
Keep it together, Pop.
Thanks, Vanille.
Undermine.
We got this,
I'm
Vanille.
back to just dealing as much damage as I can. While these fights are going to take a little bit, they are well worth it for the points.
We made it.
Where's Grumpy? Got left behind, huh?
Leave me alone.
Hey,
This is pointless. Can't keep up. Can't get home. It's over for me.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Now that Mom is.
What about your dad?
Not making a wish, Hope?
Mom, you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
Who are you calling kid?
To you? What'd you wish for?
Oh, that next year, your father could come with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the Fal'Cie in the Bodum vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polum. They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her!
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
Let him worry. Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sass?
It's nothing. Forget it.
That hits a little close to him. We'll get to his later. Hope's just trying to just trying to find an excuse for all the shit that's been going on.
We've got time. Get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Okay, let's see. So we've got a lot more to work with here. So at this point, I think it is just working on stats with Hope. Take a quick look into our paradigms, see what we got. Now, I'm just gonna leave that for now, just because we're going to be constantly switching. Unless the paradigms they give me are really bad, I'll just roll with what they do give me.
Can't we just talk this over? I appreciate it. Follow the old guy's lead.
And back to disaster. The only element that we have no way of covering right now. But still, as long as we get deshell and we get faith on everyone, I think we're set for now. Finally get Hope a new weapon. Yeah, no, we're better off with the air wing. Keep it though, like, because while it is weaker than Hope's current weapon, it's going to be useful for later. Okay, switch back to try disaster. Oh look, more enemies that appeared in Final Fantasy XIV.
Let's put these babies to work.
Getting up there.
A little late, Hope.
Isn't that
A warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's Fal'Cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore, in places like the Hanging Edge. So the Fal'Cie, they gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse Fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'da thunk?
Who'da thunk? I think we're gonna call it at the next save point, just because I do need to start getting ready.
Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Changing gears. Changing the play. Tough times, huh?
Learning to manage the paradigm shift that was going to be very crucial towards the end of the game.
Check things out.
Victor go the spoils.
Ugh. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point for the day. Things are starting to speed up now that we're getting access to more. Well, now that we have access to the paradigm shift as a whole, it definitely was going. Things are definitely going faster than they were in the first day with that opening segment. That opening segment is rough because you don't have paradigm shifts. I said I don't know if we'll cover 13-2 or Lightning Returns yet. I'll wait and see the general reception, and I'll see how I feel. And I'll see how other projects are going before I make that decision. I will say though, it is nice to be back to regular streaming. And reminder for those of you watching on YouTube, if you want to see any of this live, we are streaming over on Twitch. The Twitch channel link is always in my description. And for those of you watching on Twitch, just you can always check out my YouTube channel for past VODs or to catch up on what you've missed. So with that though, I will see... Oop, I forgot that's how this worked. I will see you all later.